Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. Christian Styles here, back for another video. And this video is going to be a little bit of a different video that you guys are not really used to seeing on my channel. I think not at all. I don't think I've ever done a video like this. But I am doing a video on what my, what my roller sets look like. I have, everybody knows I'm a wiggy. I love wigs, and this is, and obviously if you clicked on this video then you're a wiggy too, from wiggy to wiggy. Anyways, so I am going to show you how I get my big stylistic looks and how I get the looks that I absolutely love so much from a roller set. So with so much volume and uh, so much volume, so much bounce, so much character. All of my wigs have a lot of character and a lot of pizzazz, so to speak, and I don't really do much. Like, as you can see, this is a regular set. This is a regular set. Let me take this off of here. Okay, and don't worry about the sizes and the colors, and I know that the sides are uneven. I know that. But the way that they were laid, there's a specific reason why I laid these. These are going up, by the way. These are rolled up. And you'll see what I mean when I take them down in a moment. But as you can see, this is what it looks like. And I ran out of gray rollers, so I had to use the second biggest size on the other side, which is the purple, which I can tease it up and make it look as big as these ones are and as much body. But you want body to be in the middle section, hence why I use the biggest rollers. Okay, and all that I'm going to teach you as I slowly but surely take them all down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it facing this way, and I'm going to tilt it up just like that. And one by one, I'm starting from the bottom, going to the top, and I'm just going to take them down, and I'm going to roller, and I'm going to style them in the way that I typically would, in the way that I typically want them. So my style is a little bit different than everybody else's. So I am going to show you what makes a Christian Styles hairstyle a Christian Styles here at Home of Christian Styles. And I want my hair business to be flourishing, and I want my hair business to have clients, and I want you guys to see exactly what I do behind the scenes, because I am a hairstylist, guys. I do this for a living. If you want me to style your wig or anything like that, you can email me, because my email is almost everywhere. You can find my Instagrams. My Apple ID is in the bio of one of my Instagrams, or my business Instagram, and you can request things, and you can book an appointment on my website. All of that information will be in the description down below if you like what you see. And of course, I have two that I'm going to be bringing to the channel, and hopefully when I style the rest of them, I will also be bringing those to the channel as well. But for right now, it's just the two. And then, I want to be able to show you guys more of this content moving forward. So without further ado, let's get started. Alrighty, guys, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this down. We're going to just take all of the pins out. So these pins, these two-prong clips, you take these out. Now, where did my bucket go? Oh, right here. Okay. So my bucket, as you can see, is empty because I used every last pin. Not just on this hair, but there's the other one too that is also set as well. So you just take these out and you just put these in there. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these clips out, and I'm going to be leaving the roller in place. And the reason I'm leaving the roller in place and not pulling it all out like right away is for a particular reason. I want them all to, unless it falls out, okay, they're not supposed to be falling out. Okay, but I'm not exactly being gentle when I'm pulling these. Okay, so let me get these out, and I will be right back. The pins and everything, let me get them all out. Okay, so as you guys can see, most of the rollers have been taken out, and I left the hair pinned. Okay, I left a lot of the hair pinned. Okay, but a few rollers in the front are still there, but for the most part, all the rollers have been taken out. Okay, and I'm gonna explain to you why I'm gonna explain to you why I left those rollers in there, like right there and nowhere else. Because basically the front is the moneymaker, and the front gets shaped and molded a different kind of way. And because of that, I don't want, you know, them to lose their shape or fall flat because there's no roller holding it into place. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to start from the very bottom. You always start from the very bottom, and you take the bottom and you take the clip out, okay, and you just let it drop. You just, okay, you just let it fall. Okay, this is really, really long hair. So basically what you're going to do, or what I'm going to do now, is I'm going to take that piece that I just let fall. I'm going to take my comb, and I'm going to back comb it. Okay, and you back comb it all the way until you get to the part that you want out. Okay, that you want out and exposed. Okay, so basically the whole thing, I'm gonna back comb this whole piece until I get to the very tail end of the hair, because the tail end of the hair is what I wanted curled. Okay, what I wanted, where I wanted the volume. So what you do is, as you see, I don't know if you can see that very well, but this is being all teased up, okay, and it's gonna look a hot mess for a little while. Okay, it's gonna look a hot mess just for a little bit. Okay, and you do that same motion. You let the next one down. See this one, it stopped right where I wanted it to, and you take this one and you back comb as well. You back comb up, 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 you back comb up. Okay, okay, and this is big, big, big. Okay, and it's gonna make it big, and it's gonna make it voluptuous, and you just want to back comb it. Okay, back comb it and let it sit, back comb it and let it sit, back comb it and let it sit. Okay, you don't want to touch it, you don't want to overly tease it, but you definitely want there to be some kind of poof. Then you do it again, you let the next layer down. See, that one doesn't even want to roll. Okay, but I'm gonna have to make it roll just for a second. Okay, separate it from the rest of the section so you know which one you're doing, so you know which one. And that's the whole point of keeping the rest of them tied up together, or tied up still, because you don't want to lose track of which one you're doing. When I'm teasing, it's very precise, and I need to know exactly which one I'm back combing. Okay, and back combing is not a new hair technique. It's a technique that a lot of older people use, a lot of performers use, a lot of people that like those older styles. And there's really no other way to achieve these older styles without back combing, teasing, whatever you want to call it. You back comb the curl just a little bit. Just a little. back comb it all together now. Okay? So, you're getting there, and that's how it should look. It's gonna look a hot mess, okay? And you do that for the entire head. And I'll be back when it's all teased up. Alright, so I'm back, and as you can see, well, as you cannot see, let me see here. Take this. So as you can see, I've done most of the head. Okay, it doesn't look as good as it could possibly look at the moment, because we're gonna go in and we're gonna fine tune and we're gonna tweeze, and we're gonna fine tune it and we're gonna tease some more. So you take the sections on the top of the head are very important. You take the curl and let the curl kind of like hang 10. And you find the root here where the comb is at, and you just back comb, you 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 back comb, all that down there at the root. Okay, get that back combed tease down there from the rooter to the tutor. Okay. Okay. And you just ever so gently place it. Okay. And the hair is gonna tell you where it wants to fall. Okay. That's the plus about this. The hair will tell you where it wants to go. And you just have to listen to it. You have to trust it. You have to do what the hair wants you to do. So I have a few more sections here that I'm gonna take out before we get to the main event here. Okay. And all this, you just tease it. You just tease it. You just back comb it down until it's a big old puff. Big old puff. The curl will stay put no matter what happens to the rest of the hair. You just always have to remember that. You're shortening the layers. And you don't use a comb to go back through and actually do the placing of the hair. You don't want to use a comb because the comb gets stuck. I'm going to end up using a brush. I'm actually going to have to find my the brush that I actually used to do this. But I'll find it in the next break. So basically, I just go through the entire head and I do this whole thing, and I'm doing some sections over here on this side that y'all can't see. So I'll be right back, and then when I do another 360, I'll show y'all what it looked like. Now, I get asked a lot, do you tease the sideburns, like the sides of the hair? Well, are the sides of the hair part of the style, the overall style? Are the sides of the hair part of the part of the head? Yes. So that means that you tease the sides of the hair. Okay, so now that most of the hair is done, okay, I just want to see if I can show you. This is what we've done so far. This is what we've done. Okay, let's see if I can show y'all every bit of how it's looking. Okay. Oops. There goes the light. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay. So, let me pick this up. See if I can give y'all a better look. Okay. So, y'all see that it's coming together. It's just those front ones now. And these loose pieces and all that, don't you worry about the loose pieces. We're going to worry about the front. Okay. Okay, the front and the top. So, I'm going to take these side pieces off, And I'm going to continue doing what I was just doing with the back combing. So why this part is so important is because this is the foundation. The front and the top is the foundation. Because if the front and the top don't look good, it don't matter how good the back looks. The front is going to be the first thing that somebody sees. Okay, usually. And so if the front don't look good, and it doesn't give you va-va-voom, it doesn't give you 80s, it doesn't give you big and voluptuous from the front, it doesn't look like, my golly, that's a lot of hair. From the front, then you failed as far as trying to get the look. Okay, and in this particular case, you know, Christian Stylez does big. The bigger the better looking. It is. So I'm going to take this roller out that's directly on top of the head. Okay. Take this roller out. And I'm going to do that very thing. Flip the curl over. Back this up so you can see. Okay. Flip the curl over on the back of my fingers here. And just literally just yank the hair down. Yank it 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 down. And yes, there is a big old curl here, but when you're done back combing, all it's going to do is spread right apart. You're going to spread it apart, and that curl will still be there because it is set. That's why you always start this kind of look with a roller set. You can split the pieces in half if the whole section is too much, like I'm doing. Okay, do one half of it, then do the other half of the section of the curl, because those were some big old rollers, which means because that was some big old rollers, there's a lot of hair that was on that roller because it is the biggest roller. Okay. And you let that be known from the beginning. All right. Okay, and of course I will show you what the end result indeed looks like on. Okay, you do this, and when you feel like it's teased enough to your liking, you're just gonna flip it. You're just gonna take it and you're gonna flip it over, and you should see a big old hump. Okay. Okay, I see the hump. I do. I see the hump. Okay. And you're just gonna, finger toss the curls here at the ends. And remember, I'm not telling it where to go. The hair is telling me where it wants to go. The hair is going to create the style. I'm not the one creating the style. The hair is doing all the work. Just remember that. You tease the sides. You tease the sides. You get the sides to where it needs to be. And you bring the sides back. Oops. Got the hair. See, this is why at some point you switch to a brush. So brushes don't do that. Okay, and that's what you do. You take those side pieces and you simply just move it all through, and you bring it back from front to back. Okay, so you take this roller that's right up on the front of the face. This is the back part of the hair, and you literally comb backwards. You comb this side of the head, just like I was saying earlier. If it's on the side of the head, it doesn't matter. It still gets teased. Why? Because you want every part of the hair to have as much volume as you can possibly get, and as big as you can possibly get the hair, so nothing looks uneven. So it's not like, oh, everywhere else is big and then this is just a flop. This is just flat. It's no, 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 no. It's go big or go home. Okay. And I'm from the South, so everything is bigger in the South. Okay. Okay. And you just go like this. And you get it down real big at the root. And you flip it over. You flip it. 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 Okay. You flip it so it's going back. Alright? The natural direction of the hair is going backwards. So you just flip it and you place it right here like I just did. And you come to the other side of the head and you do that very same thing. Okay, so you take this barrel curl and you bring it forward and you go ba 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 ba. Okay? Make sure it's on there. Boom, 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 boom. You're taking it and you're getting it right to where it should be. Right to as big and as voluptuous and as full as the rest of the body is. What you want, especially when you're styling hair that is not growing from your head, you want consistency. You want it to all look like it belongs to the same set, to the same style. You don't want it to look like several different styles because you got several different directions and several different curls going on. You see the way that works? See the way it just woo, 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 all the way down? Okay? That's the way it's supposed to. That's the way it's supposed to go. Now I take this and give this a little tease down here and flip this right back round. Okay. Okay. And then all we have is this top one left, and this top one is going to be the bang. Okay, the top one is the most important one. The very front of the head is the most important one, and I cannot stress this enough. If you mess this one up, the whole style is going to be a flop. So I'm going to do that same thing that I've been doing as far as the teasing is concerned, because we do want this to have volume, but we don't want to overdo the front. You don't want to over tease the front, and I'm going to tell you and show you how to fix it if that indeed happens, and how I did the rest of the hair and how I smoothed everything out, because you go through and you smooth the whole rest of the hair out with a brush. Okay. Okay, and you take this and you flip it back. You flip it back like this. Okay, if you can see that. You flip it back like this. And you literally, you can do it with a comb too, like I'm doing. You just take it, you don't take the teasing out. You just take the whizzies off the front of the look. Okay? Nobody's supposed to know that there's teasing under there. So you make it look like it's just naturally big. Okay? And what some people even do, okay, is they take this and they take it and they clip it. So let me get a long duck clip and clip it and before I spray it down. Okay, so I know she probably looks a little oily because I just sprayed it all down with a little bit of sheen spray. Okay. Not hairspray, but sheen spray. Because I am out of hairspray, but I'm pretty sure I'll spray it with something, you know, before the end of the day. But basically, this duck clip here, it's really nothing to smooth out. I did a beautiful job. And I'll show you guys in a second when during the actual review portion. This duck clip, once I remove it, usually what happens is you're able to, first and foremost, keep the bend, if that makes sense. You keep the bend, you keep the indentation that the clip makes. Okay? You keep the indentation. And that's what I'm trying to get. Okay. So you twist it, and you keep the indentation. I don't know how else to say it. It'd be a lot easier to really play with it and get it to exactly the way it should be and exactly the way I want it to be. But at this very moment, I do not have hairspray, so I don't want to mess with it and then not be able to get it back the way that it needs to be. So I don't want to do the most, if that makes sense. I'm pretty sure you guys all know about that little saying, do the most. I don't want to do the most. But this hair is very do the most. It is very do the most, okay? Come on, come off. Okay. This has do the most written all over it. Okay. 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 And basically that's it. And you finger comb the rest and you round brush the bottom, which I did off camera. I round brushed the bottom. And now you have a big ol' southern hairstyle. Alright? So let's get right into the review portion.